Eurogroup meetings are to be conducted on Friday with plenty to discuss. June is Greece's main deadline to unlock aid, and ECB's attempt to push inflation rates higher continue. I am joined today by Dr Andrew Lilico from Euromeetings. Welcome, Andrew. Deadlock between Greece and its creditors threatens European equities, and the ECB continues to lose its patience. An emergency government decree on Monday announced Greece's plans to render funds from state entities. So will this be Greece able to make full payments to the IMF?
I think the reality of the Greek situation is that in order to meet their various obligations, including in particular the IMF obligations over the next few months, they probably need to get the monies which, under the Greek bailout program, they were promised by the Eurozone and by the IMF. So the Eurozone and the IMF need to lend Greece some money so it can meet the payments to the Eurozone and the IMF. And at this stage, that's looking very problematic as to whether they'll manage to achieve agreement in time.
The main concern for European investors is if the ECB can successfully aid the region's economic recovery and push inflation higher. The euro area inflation is currently at -0.1. Do you believe the ECB is on track to raise inflation?
The European Central Bank's quantitative easing program appears to have been quite successful at boosting confidence and activity of various sorts across the Eurozone region, actually rather more successful, I think, than was expected. Also, the various factors that were dragging down inflation, particularly oil price movements and so on, have tended to bottom out, and so I would expect that Eurozone inflation will rise over the next few months into next year.
Zero economic sentiment for the euro area continued to increase, reaching 64.8 this week. Consumer confidence and market manufacturing data for the euro area towards the end of the week is also released. Do you expect this data to be positive, and how do you think it could affect the Eurogroup's meetings on Friday?
I think that the quantitative easing program in general has been quite successful at boosting confidence and economic activity. Whether you get a blip in one data point is only of minor interest. I think that the general push of the confidence and the activity data is positive and is likely to remain relatively positive over the next few months, and I think that that's the underlying position which the Eurogroup meeting will respond to.
That's great, thank you, Andrew. That's all for today, but check back further for Jugoscopy updates.